is most likely to build a real confidence? Confidence comes from surviving failure, not avoiding it. Who is most likely to achieve their goals? Consistency beats intensity every time. Who is most likely to be confident? Confidence is a byproduct of movement, not a prerequisite for it. What if everything you've been taught about confidence is actually backwards? Most people believe confidence comes first. I'll start the business when I'm confident. I'll ask them out when I am very much confident. I'll speak up when I'm confident. What if confidence is actually not a reward? Because here's the truth, confidence doesn't come before movement, it comes after it.
Nhom loud, it's all I need, yeah, it's all I need, yeah.
We've somehow, I don't know where it comes from, but we've convinced ourselves that confidence people are just like born that way. They just know what they were doing. But look closely, some people were not confident before their first role, their first game, their first competition, say, athletic, somebody who is a public speaker, likely were never confident. Like examples, I'm here talking to you guys. I feel like I constantly have to convince myself every day to be here, because the truth of the matter, having your words being dissected by different people is quite daunting, and it requires a lot of confidence. I don't always feel confidence in my body, in my skin, and even in my language, in the way I see things, but I constantly find myself in front of here, in front of this, in front of, like, say, recently when I wrote a book, all of that process, because you can easily throw your confidence off. But by moving, I found myself that I'm able to accomplish some things. And the thing is, I know for sure for most that the confident person that you see on TV, that you see them write, that you see them speak their mind, they absolutely started with uncertainty. Very much so, because nobody is born confident. Because there is an interesting psychological perspective around this. Our brain builds confidence through evidence, right? Because our brain is constantly seeking for good, bad, whatever evidence, right? So every time you do something, say, difficult and survive it, your brain collects this particular data. I've done this before, I can probably do it again, right? Confidence isn't actually magic, it is a cumulative evidence. Sometimes you're driving somewhere and then you don't know how you got there, so your brain has collected the driving part, how to drive, what to do, what to turn, how to keep your yourself in that space, the address of that person. You find yourself just doing that because your brain has already done it for you. And the truth is, sometimes one of the biggest problem is that we constantly are in this space where we want to wait for fear to somehow disappear, but courage isn't the absence of fear at all. Courage is moving despite the fear, and every courageous action quietly becomes another brick in the foundations of confidence. So ask yourself, what have I been postponing because I'm waiting to somehow feel ready? Could it be that confidence you're searching for is waiting on the other side of the first step? So here's my challenge: stop chasing confidence, start collecting evidence. Keep the promise you make to yourself. Take the uncomfortable step. Allow yourself to be a beginner, to not know. Because one day people will look at you and say, oh, you are so confident, and they won't see the hundreds of moments where you felt like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die, I'm going to just pass out. I remember there was this time I was asked to do a poem. This was like 1,000 years ago. This was another lifetime when I loved arts, and I love acting and all of that. And so I wore this long beautiful African gown, and I performed this piece, and it was you could see people's faces that were so excited and all of that. But what had happened was the left, I think it was my left at the time, my left leg was just like this, like it was flapping like this, and I couldn't even like control it because of how scared I was. But up here people could just kind of like see that I was confident, and they really enjoyed it. That was probably one of the first time I had a breakthrough in terms of confidence, and I sort of like never turned back from there. The truth is, when I look back at some of those moments, it's like nobody will ever know until now, obviously sharing it and stuff like that. But I remember when I wasn't confident. I remember when my confidence was so low. I remember when I felt like what I'm saying didn't make sense, and I felt some sort of way, or those moments where I panicked so much that I, stumble, but then like somebody's like, oh my god, that was so good, but that confidence, it was just a feeling, and it kind of built over time. So what I would like to encourage you today is, what is that one thing you've been sort of waiting to feel ready, to feel confident enough to do? Like, think about it for yourself, because the truth of the matter, nobody's coming to save you, nobody coming to tell you you got this, you got the confidence, because that's just motivation. Until you feel it inside, there's no way that you are able to move. So some of the other question you can ask yourself is this: what am I waiting to feel confident about? What is one small action I could actually take today? Am I waiting for confidence, or am I avoiding discomfort? So if you enjoyed this video, I hope you pause, come back to it another time after watching it, share it with a friend, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Bye.